Hello, I'm not sure how long this one's going to take. I just know there's some new stuff to look at, and if I remember right, it's the bears, and I think some of the stuff from the Dryan Lifeborn. Let's give that a look and see what we got here. So I'm pretty sure these two right here. I have the compendium pulled up where they put some new cards. Let's go take a quick look at that. Assuming my system doesn't want to be stupid for a second here. Bear with me. Bear with me, it was not an intended pun, but I'll absolutely take it because, bear puns. I'm kind of notorious for puns, so here's the thing. Should have just started off on their page. I haven't looked at any of these cards, so I don't know. Well, I've read none of the discussion. This is all basically you're getting my first look at things. There we go. All right, so Knight Adjudicator Oberon. I've always felt a little weird about the name Oberon just because it's so commonly associated with, like, the father of fairy. But, I mean, it can work, I guess. So this is an Ursine Unique Hero Champion. Valiant. Large 8, 110 points. So, bonds with the bears from earlier. 5 life, 4 move, 1 range, 4 attack, 4 defense. Some solid stats. For 110 points, yeah, that's decent. Run 3. Before moving Oberon, you may add 3 to his move value, and if you do, subtract 2 from his attack value this turn. So drop him down to an attack of 2, but he's also got a move of 7 then. That's pretty useful. You could probably get an attack of height there, so you'd be getting an attack of like 3. I don't like it. It's less good on a hero than it is on a squad, and that's because this power at least, because you kind of as a hero, well, okay, if his base attack was 5, it wouldn't really matter. But since his base attack is 4, attack of 2 is a little weak on a hero. And so even if you can get it up to an attack of 3, probably with height, most of the time, sorry, let me look here. Although he does have a special attack, so what that means is that we can basically ignore this particular thing right here. Let's take a look at the special attack, because that's something I just realized about this. So this is Overwhelm Special Attack. Range 1, attack 3 plus special. You may attack twice with Overwhelm Special Attack. If you attack the same figure a second time, you may roll an additional attack die for the second attack. You may not use Overwhelm Special Attack if you use the Run Special Power this turn. Okay, so you can't get around it by using the Overwhelm Special Attack. Otherwise, you would just choose to do the Run every turn and then hit someone with an attack of 3 and then an attack of 4. Still, I do think that 2 attacks of 3 are very nice. From 2 attacks of 3 as a special attack, that's very useful. Yeah, Run is just okay here. It's gonna be useful in a lot of games, but in a lot of games, I almost feel like there's gonna be more. Well, okay. If there's only one target, actually, no, in a lot of cases, unless I really need to get in that first hit, I don't know if I'll be using the run power a lot. Unless there's like some sort of boost on Oberon. That's just, or I guess Oberon. I don't think that's a terrible pun, and I should feel bad for it, but I don't. This is just an okay figure, I think. I don't think it's bad. That's what I want to say here. These mechanical claws, as they were, I don't know. I guess I wish they had a little bit more representation on this particular card. It just feels like it would be better. As it is, this is a fine card. It's not bad. I don't love it because I really was thinking there was going to be something interesting with the claws, and I'm not really seeing it here. It's still a solid card. It's still useful. 110 points for these stats, yeah, and it bonds. It's gonna do what it's gonna do what it's gonna do. I just wanted a little bit more. Then we've got the Ordo Borealis, or I'm gonna be making the Aurora Borealis stuff, everything, or Ursa Borealis. And that's these dudes that have the harpoons. Really cool sculpts. These are really great, and some people have said that they are probably their favorite sculpts and the whole thing. I see it. These are some really cool sculpts. So the Ordo Borealis, they are a unique squad of knights. They're a squad of 3. Large 6, 110 points, 2 life each, 5 move, 1 range, attack 3, and a defense of 4. Solid stats. Solid stats. Reload. If an Ordo Borealis figure does not move on its turn, we add 5 to its range. So if they just, you basically want to get them set up in a spot, and then they have a range of 6. And you can just ping, 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 ping down. What's extra interesting is they are knights. So one thing that I note about that, Concan. Concan is really nice when paired with knights. But here's the big thing about Concan, is that he gives a +1 attack and a +1 defense. So that makes him best with squad figures that are knights. Also sentinels, but these aren't sentinels. These are knights. So what that does is you can set up a little pod of Concan and some Ordo Borealis. And that means then you're shooting 6 range, 4, maybe even 5 attack if you have height, because you probably should have height. And they're going to have, you're basically looking at a squad of 3 that is with 5 attack and 6 defense. Now that's 190 points to set up, but if you can get it set up, it's going to be pretty good. And that's going to kill a lot, and it's going to be hard to kill because they'll have 6 defense and 2 life. This is assuming, of course, that they have height, because you will be trying to set them up on height. It's a really interesting combo there. It doesn't necessarily synergize with everything else happening, but it is... I see Mega Silver's chiming in about the Harpoon Bears being favorite. Yeah, I think I like Adelburn just a little bit better as far as all the bears. That's probably my favorite of the bunch. But this is definitely the Ordo Borealis, because, gosh, there's bear puns everywhere. So, yeah. No, this is interesting. There's a lot you can do with that power. Well, okay. It's more just, it's solid. It's good. They're almost always going to bring back they're almost always going to bring back what they cost, just because of that. I think probably one of their best options, though, is going to be kind of on their own as a fill-in for something like a Concan army. That's probably going to be one of their best calls. All right, let's look around. We already talked about the Underminer, Knight Primus, Idleburn, Frostclaws, Dawn Raider Syndicate. I believe all of the Dawn Raider Syndicate is out, so we've already gone over them. Dryad Life Border has some new stuff, so I'm going to scroll all the way back up to them. Dryad Lifeborn Order was up here, past the Nemesis Warbreed. They're all the way up at the top. Okay, so we're starting with Xenothrax from what I'm seeing here, and Xenothrax, if I remember, was kind of up here. And there's been a number of names thrown around about Xenothrax. I haven't seen this card yet, so I said I kind of probably needed to get a nickname before that. So Xenothrax the Soul Weaver, which was a fun... Soul Weaver just is a fun nickname. I like it. I like it. Oh, Admiral Jim changed to 10 points cheaper? Let's take a quick look at that. Let's see. 160. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, Jim was fine at 170. Jim will be fine at 160. Like, there's not much of a difference in my mind between those 2-point costs for them. All right, so Zenithrax is a dragon, unique hero, warden, majestic, huge 11, 200 points, 8 life, 5 move, 1 range, 6 attack, 3 defense. So bonds with green scales. Interesting. I was wondering if they were going to go with that route or not. Because, I mean, obviously dragon. This looks like a dragon. So it would be weird if you didn't. But, yeah, how it would affect a green skill army. So let's take a quick look and see here. So Summon Vines. Zenithrax starts the game with 3 Zenithrax Vines glyphs on this army card. Once per round, for moving and before attacking, Zenithrax may choose an empty space, then 4 spaces. Oh, those are the ones that, like, stop your movement, don't they? Oh, frick, what were they? They, if I remember right, yeah, they did something with your movement, which is frustrating as all. Yeah, so it's we've got Erupting special attack, range 5 plus special. You know what? I'll go pull up the basic rules. It was in that set. So I'm going to pop that open while I wait for this to download the beta rule set over here. Open a new tab. And we'll find that in a second here. But we're going to look at the special attack, which is Erupting Earth special attack. Range 5 plus special. Attack 4 minus special. Ooh, interesting. I don't usually see a minus. The first target of Erupting Earth special attack must be within a range of 5. After attacking with Erupting Earth special attack, you may choose a figure that was adjacent to the defending figure at the beginning of that attack and attack that chosen figure with Erupting Earth special attack, rolling 1 fewer attack die. You may continue attacking with the Erupting Earth special attack in this manner, rolling 1 fewer die than the previous, up to a total of 4 attacks. The figure cannot be attacked more than once in a turn with Erupting Earth special attack. So you can create a little line. And they say here that essentially, okay, so it's a range of 5, and then you do an attack of 4, 3, 2, 1. For the most part, that last attack of 1, and even the attack of 2 are just kind of there. They're nothing special. They're just kind of, oh, hey, that's no, oh, looks like someone pulled up the Zenithrax Vine thing. I'll just close that out here and I'll read it off. If a huge figure moves onto this glyph, immediately from the battlefield, the figure may continue its figure standing on the glyph, roll 1 fewer attack and 2 or fewer defense die. When a figure on a Zenithrax glyph moves off of the glyph, roll 1 attack die. If you roll a skull, that figure takes 1 wound. Remove this glyph from the battlefield after a figure moves off of it, or at the end of the round if a figure is standing on it. Okay. So it's really just a way to get you some terrain effects and... yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, with 6 attack... So, here's the thing. Erupting Earth special attack is nice. You get to choose what to do with it. And it's a very interesting attack. The visual is nice on it. Just kind of, boom, 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 hitting people in kind of a line. Well, not a line, but like some sort of connected path. And then summon vines. So basically, Zenithrax kind of feels like... Honestly, Zenithrax feels like Poison Ivy the dragon. I'm not going to lie. Okay, the Earth thing isn't really a Poison Ivy thing, but Enviro Dragon. I'm sure I'll fizzle it around in my head, but that's kind of what I'm getting from Zenithrax. 8 life and 3 defense is going to last quite a while. And we don't have a gender for Zenithrax, so I'm just going to use them from what I can see here. And yeah. And once per round, you basically get to pop one of these vines down, which means you should pretty much almost always use it the first turn that you're going to be taking this Zenithrax. You just pop it down, and you choose an empty space. So you can do some kind of choke point. That's a good call, especially like if you put your figures next to it and stuff like that. Yeah. So there's some interesting things you can do with that. And you know, the subtracting 2 defense with the green scales does mean, and it's -1 defense, -1 attack. Yeah, yeah, it's -1 attack. So like you can make it so the advantageous position is bad. So that's very useful to be able to put that glyph wherever you want as it happens. And then yeah, so Zen here has some nice abilities. It's not like um they're listed as better than say Nilfheim, which I don't know if I agree with that, but this is a very useful skill set. It feels about right. I think it's maybe a little. I think Zen's maybe a little bit overcosted, but maybe there's other figures that Zen interacts with that make that price tag worth it. But just based on what I know right now, that's it. Okay. So we've got Marishot, Mind Whisperer, Marishot. Also, they've moved over Marishot over to Olar. So Marishot was originally Volarak. Scroll all the way down to here, back down to the Dryans. Marishot was which one? Okay, this one. All right, got a staff, basically a wizardy type person. All right, Dryan, unique hero, wizard, confident, medium 6, 110 points, 6 life, 5 move, 1 range, 1 attack, 3 defense, 1 attack, 110 points. Interesting. I'm curious to see what the abilities are. Command Familiar. After revealing an order marker on Marishot, before taking Marishot's turn, you may take a turn with a smaller medium beast you control. Okay, so obviously whatever is coming with here, and then any of the, and then, actually, none of the classic stuff matches, or at least the original stuff. Staff of Curapirin. Okay, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but Curapirin. Rolling attack dice for a normal attack, Marishot always adds 2 automatic skulls to whatever's rolled. Okay, so quick note on that 1 attack there. Marishot is Marishot. After revealing a marker on this card and taking it from Marishot, you can choose a unique hero within 2 spaces. Marishot roll 20, so adding 3 to the roll if you control that hero. Roll 6 in your take a number, control that hero, and immediately take a turn. After taking a turn of that control, the chosen hero returns to its previous owner. Okay. So we don't know what again, we don't know what Marishot's gender is. I'm just gonna use they them again. So Staff of Curapirin. That is okay. So that's basically giving an extra 4 dice. So this attack of 1 is actually more like an attack of 5. That is really good. Now, obviously, it becomes an attack of 6, but like 2 automatic skulls is really good just by itself. And then this whisper here. So you can potentially reveal an order marker on Marishot, take a turn with a beast, take a turn with another hero. Sorry, take a turn with Marishot, then take a turn with another hero. If you control that hero, which in most cases, you're probably going to be able to do that beast again. So you almost always have something that you can choose. It's probably, and it's within 2 spaces. But you do have to roll, which is going to be a 16 or higher, so you're looking at like a 1 in 4 chance if you don't control them. If you do, it jumps up to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, which is 40% chance. So decent odds. It's probably going to happen like once around, roughly. So that's not bad. This is some interesting stuff. It'll really depend on the beast as to how good Marishot is. So we've got Shana the Zenith Wing. Okay. And Shana the Zenith Wing, which one are you? Ah, this one. Okay, so it's like a bird with 800 wings. Okay, that's like 8, but you know, I exaggerate things. It happens. Shauna the Zenith Wing. Also, oh, it's a phoenix. So Zenith Wing, unique hero, beast, merciful, small 4, 30 points. 3 life, 5 move, 1 range, 2 attack, 3 defense. Stealth flying, which is better than regular flying. But, interestingly enough, if you're moving on the ground, which is sometimes something you want to do, you don't get disengage. So, Renew 12. If Chana was in 5 coast sites, this is a wizard that you control. Instead of attacking, you may roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 12 or higher, you may remove 1 wound marker from a friendly wizard or beast figure adjacent to Shauna. So as long as you just keep Shauna in range of your wizard, like honestly, for 140 points, this is a really annoying combo, just because 6 life, 3 defense is going to be annoying to get through. But you can potentially double up on this. You pretty much don't need to worry about, like, because you can do this every single turn. And in a lot of cases, it might be the best choice for you, because 2 attack is not great, but with stealth flying, you get up on the height and stuff. But, like, okay, you do have to be adjacent to the figure. But it's friendly. So in a team game, this is interesting. That is nice. Oh, that's an interesting combo. And we've got Kita the Spring Runner, which is... which one is this one? But Zenith Wing is kind of like healing eagle, falcon sort of thing. Kita the Spring Runner. Ah, the little doggy with the little antennae. Kita the Spring Runner. Spring Runner, unique hero, beast, noble, small 4, 30 points. 2 life, 6 move, 1 range, 2 attack, 4 defense. Solid stats. Apparition figures within 2 spaces of Kita to target with a normal or special attack. That is very good for this figure's survivability. And Phantom Walk. It can move through all figures and never attack when leaving engagement. So, yeah. Okay, so this is basically a ghost puppy. Yeah, these beasts are not bad. Halucia, who got, or whichever one it was that could take a turn with 2 of them. Halucia? I don't remember. Either way, being able to take a turn with 2 of these is really interesting. Being able to take a turn with just 1 is, I don't know, it's okay. They're not going to game break, but they're useful. Rack Shot, Desecrator of Death. I believe I was told this one's female. Let's take a look at Rack Shot. One that looks kind of like the beast from Over the Garden Wall, very great series. So Rack Shot, Desecrator of Death, Dryan, unique hero, wizard, cruel, medium 6, 100 points, 5 life, 5 move, 1 range, 3 attack, 4 defense. Solid stat block. Command Familiar. After revealing an order marker on Rack Shot, before taking Rack Shot's turn, you may take a turn with a small or medium beast you control. Okay. Decent enough stuff. Consume the Dead. Start the game with 3 red consume markers. When a figure within 3 clear size space of Rack Shot is destroyed, place a consume marker on this army card. You may not place more than 1 consume marker on this card each turn. Now, if I'm correct about this, you can kill something with Rack Shot, and then kill something with one of these, and that gets you 2 consume markers. Soul Fury Special Attack. Range 1, Attack 2, plus Special. All figures adjacent to Rack Shot are affected by Soul Fury Special Attack. Add 1 to Rack Shot's attack dice for each consume marker on this card. Roll attack dice once for all affected figures. Each figure rolls defense dice separately. Do not place any consume markers on this card while using Soul Fury Special Attack. After using Soul Fury Special Attack, remove 1 consume marker from this army card for each figure you attack this turn. Okay. All figures adjacent. Okay, so this is a single space figure, but you can smack down with 5 dice at a time. And it's a special attack of 5. How to best use that ability? Because, like, 5 life, 4 defense is sturdy-ish, but is it I want to jump in the middle of a bunch of dudes sturdy-ish? I don't know. Especially because you can't get consume markers back on this. It might be good for wounding a bunch of heroes or a bunch of these 2 life figures. Part of me almost wonders if, like, using it on not letting it boost up to 5 attack is actually the right call here. It might be best just to hit people with 3 or 4 attack when you're doing this. Just because it takes so long to get back up to the 5 attack. And I think, honestly, hitting everyone around you with an attack of 2 is still useful sometimes. Most of the time, you're probably going to want to be hitting with an attack of 3, but I don't know. It feels like a useful ability, but nothing like this is its every turn option. I feel like a lot of times the right call is going to be to use an attack of 3 or an attack of 4 as opposed to an attack of 5, or waiting around for that attack of 5. Then we got Halusha, so okay. So this one is take a turn with a small or medium beast you control. Okay, so it's one that we don't. Okay, did we see all of these? Is that all of them that we've seen? Is there any new Nemesis Warbrood? Doesn't look like it. All right, we got some interesting figures. There's some useful things you can do with all of them. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all of the new stuff. This will pop up on YouTube here probably tomorrow, and I will catch you around.